Good day, class. Welcome to the second session. In this session, we will briefly look at how to use language structures and features to produce coherent and cohesive texts for a wide range of contexts. When preparing and sending out written communication, there are three factors that you need to consider. These factors are the purpose of the communication, the audience, and lastly, preparing, editing, and correcting the document. Let's start off by looking at the purpose of the communication. You need to think about why you need to communicate. What do you want to say, and who you are saying it to before you begin writing. If you take time to consider these three factors, then it should help you determine the form of written communication suitable for the situation. One can use a letter to send an invitation. If the information is urgent, then you can make use of fax or email. For a promotion or product launch, one could use a multimedia presentation. The purpose of the communication will help you determine the way in which you write, the tone you use, and the perspective of the writing. The second factor is the audience, where you consider who will read this communication. Writing a formal letter is not the same as writing a friendly letter. After analyzing your audience, you should ensure that you use the correct tone, style, register, and vocabulary. Tone refers to the attitude or feeling being expressed. The style refers to whether the message is formal or informal. Register and vocabulary refer to the word choice and the language used. The third factor is preparing, editing, and correcting the document. The purpose of the communication will determine which format should be used. Each format has a specific layout that one has to follow. In some cases, you might need to acquire additional information for the communication, depending on the purpose of the communication. For instance, acknowledging receipt of an email doesn't require additional research, whereas writing a report might. Written communication is written in paragraphs. A paragraph is a group of words or sentences about a particular idea or point. Paragraphs need to follow a logical sequence in order for the writing to make sense, and the paragraphs must relate. Depending on the type of communication, there are aids one can use to enhance the piece of writing, such as visuals, graphics, figures of speech, and rhetorical devices. In order to form an opinion or make a certain judgment on the written information, the points in the document must build up logically to a convincing conclusion, which is why it is crucial to edit and correct the document before sending it to its recipient. It is important to keep a copy of the written document, as it may serve as proof or reference if it is ever necessary. There is a business communication checklist in your learner guide that you should look at because it will help you meet the requirements of a formal document. We have come to an end of our second session. We will continue with the last session after a break.